It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Rockets in Houston. Taking a look at the Rockets, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And on the floor tonight, AI just inked a very lucrative shoe deal. Big fella, you've been there. Talk about the confidence that gives a young man to have your own shoe.
Yeah, it's very hard, and it's hard for a young guy to have confidence until he's accomplished some things. You know, your parents, your friends, your girlfriend, your wife, they could tell you how great you are, but the accomplishments are the proof.
Yeah, big moment for AI. The company showed a lot of trust in him. Now it's on him to represent.
What kind of shoes you got on today?
Shaq shoes.
Looks like flip-flops. When are you wearing flip-flops on?
Shaq shoes, Ernie.
For an NBA show.
1999.
Why do I don't think I'd look good in Shaq shoes.
Yeah, you would.
No.
Yeah, you would.
Because they all come in size 22.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Back to you, Kevin.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
All right, guys, listen up. I need your attention for a minute. Got a very special guest here with me today. That's right, he don't even need an introduction. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now listen, Kareem is gonna be working with the team as a special advisor over this season, all right? That means individual attention for each of you. But before we go out here and win this game, I wanted him to say a few words to you guys. Take it away, big dog.
Thanks, Coach. I've been watching what this team has done to start the season, and there's a lot to like. But one of the main things I want to stress to you guys, to each one of you, is how important it is to find balance in your life. Being a professional athlete isn't easy. So you've got to remember to explore the world off the court every chance you get. Go to the library, read a book, educate yourself, and it'll make a difference for you on the court. I promise you that.
Yes, believe me, guys, that's some great advice, all right? I urge you to take everything this man is saying to heart. He ain't a 6-time champ for nothing. Balance is key. So with that being said, let's focus up, let's go out here and let's win this game, okay? Let's go, come on.
Let's do it.
Listen, AI, you know, I've heard your story. I know where you've been. You have all the potential in the world. But perhaps more than anyone else on this team, you need to be careful not to get caught up in all the off-court distractions. Don't worry about things like fame and branding. Those will come. Focus your time and energy on expanding your mind and worldview. The key to being a true champion is not just physical, but mental and spiritual. Basketball will end one day, but life continues on.
I mean, I hear you, and I appreciate that, but Kareem, I'm still a rookie. You know, I still got plenty of time to think about these things later on, right?
You know, life comes on you real fast, AI. Let me leave you with a quote, something for you to think about. The mind is a gemstone that transforms the body from a circle to a ring.
Huh.
Deep, ain't it? Keep your mind on the court, boy. Off that phone. Let's go, Kareem.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, I just want to say I really appreciate you coming in and talking to my team. Thank you so much.
Hope I can be of some help.
Yeah, it means a lot.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got a special treat for you folks tonight. Sports writing heavyweight Bill Simmons is in the house. Bill, welcome to 2K Sports.
What an honor. I've been waiting for the invite for years.
And we've been waiting for the acceptance. Thanks for joining us.
Let's do this.
The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against the Wizards in Washington. And what really made that outcome a surprise was how lopsided it was.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Doncic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Ilyasova in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Well, with the way his dunk went viral when AI was playing in China, you knew that he could draw a fan base. Now he's becoming one of the more popular players in the league.
AI has one of those personalities that just draws you in. Also, from what I've heard, he is very good at making time for the fans. So it's easy to see the rise in his popularity.
Now here's Harden. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
The 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. In the Rockets last season, first team to ever shoot more threes, Bill, than twos.
Yeah, is that a good thing?
It's more interesting to watch. Percentages are a
Is it
little
more
skewed.
interesting to watch if you're 7 years old or if you love basketball like us? I don't know.
It's
I
fun
still
to
love
call.
the back cut.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is the society we're in now, right?
I
Like
know,
people
yeah.
love home runs. They love three-pointers.
The big shots.
I will never in my life get used to watching guys on a 3-on-2 fast break go to the corners versus go to the basket.
And that's
for a
what
layup.
Houston does.
And that's what Houston does, and mathematically it's the right move. But I still kind of like layups sometimes.
You're a traditionalist.
I like to straddle traditionalism versus the new math. I get the new math. I don't understand shooting 45 threes in a game. Just, what is that? It's just a new form of basketball, I
It
guess.
is, yeah. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Capella has the size and ability to score down in the paint. I like his assertiveness.
Outside Hardaway. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Mike D'Antoni. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, guys, how hard a job is it going to be to keep this team's shooting percentage down?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, they move the ball well. They've got players who can go off if the defense isn't solid through and through.
And, you know, that's the important part. You've got to be locked in defensively, countering their ball movement with active, aggressive, communicating defense. I mean, that's really the only way to keep their shooters from getting comfortable.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess.
Well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in there.
All right, we'll put him in there.
Technically.
I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like, I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title.
With no superstars.
Right. And you saw, you know, in 06, the Pistons, remember they were on pace to win 70 games, and they had 4 All-Stars? The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or, you know, 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, and Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be All-Stars too.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Ilyasova. On the wing, Harden, guarded by Hardaway. Harden, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Teardrop shot, and there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Barea. Barea's got his 3rd assist on the night. Harden against Hardaway. Harden kicks it to Tucker. Good on the triple. Tucker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from 3, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the three things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jeffersons, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And here's Harden for 3. The Mavericks trailing. Down low. Here's Ilyasova. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Paul dishes to Harden. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now here's Hardaway. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Porzingis with the ball, guarded by Tucker. Yep, that one goes. And that's 18 points for AI.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon comes in for Green. Iman Shumpert's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Now here's Nene. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Bill, the Rockets going into last season, new ownership. Seems like the transition has been pretty smooth so far in Houston.
Yeah, except that they left a title on the table last spring. They came really close. They had big leads in Game 6, big lead in Game 7, and just could not close the door. And that's been a recurring theme for James Harden, for Chris Paul, who missed the last 2 games.
Who missed those games, right.
And I don't know if they're ever going to have a better chance than that because you talk about Chris Paul now. He's in the 2005 draft. I think this is his 14th year. And point guards, as they get older, you can still get the 28 to 30 minutes a game out of them. But you're not getting like a top 3 All-NBA team type of performance. And I just wonder if they missed their window.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Outside jumper. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Shumpert's got his first points in this one. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Ilyasova. 20 points for him. Outside jumper. Here's Rivers. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket. Barea kicks to Hardaway. To the left side wing. To the paint. Here's Ilyasova. And the lead is down inside single digits. Ilyasova's got 22.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Green in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were, and what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? This is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming, the summer of 2016. We knew the cap was going to jump. And they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And it's put back up and in by Capella.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Here's Doncic. After Clint Capella's bucket, he muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line. And, Bill, we were discussing how teams are constructed in recent years. The changes in 2016 to cap space. How Kevin Durant landed with the Warriors.
I see the analogy that, it's like stacking a pickup game and just grabbing the best four guys and just beating people on a pickup court for 4 hours. But that's the thing, the league isn't a pickup game. The league, everyone operates by the same rules. And the Warriors,
everybody had a shot at him.
Everyone had a shot. The Celtics had a shot. He didn't want to interview with the Lakers. The Knicks had cap space. They didn't have a chance. The Wizards had cap space. He was from Maryland. Didn't want to go there. So, I think the Warriors should get a little more credit for how smart they were with everything.
Mavericks trail by 3. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. They've led by as much as 10. He kicks to Tucker. Passes it to Paul. Down low, trying to find Green. He's got it now. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about him from one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get-out-of-my-way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Hardaway against Harden. Pass to Tucker. Paul outside. Just 5 on the clock. High post try, and that one good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just dial up automatic when you talk about Chris Paul's mid-range J. All he needs is just enough room.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here, enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Clark, always great to have Bill with us, a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Could not agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on sports, but on life. And that strong connection he has with them is admirable.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more pass.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Well, you had it going on in the first half. Incredible display. How did you get it all to work?
You know, it wouldn't be possible for me if it weren't for my teammates encouraging me, stepping aside and letting me go to work. And DA, I gotta tell you, man, it's taking a lot of shots, and nobody's gotten upset, so they just keep on feeding me.
They know where their bread is buttered, and it's easy to see why. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Really an incredible game from AI.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
On the court for the Mavericks, AI is out there with Porzingis. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Doncic in at the three.
The muscle Nene brings on both ends, man, he knows how to use it too. A guy you don't want to fool around with at all.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Clark, give us a little insider's look. Which players do you look at as gamers? You know, guys who are always ready to put out extra effort and go the extra mile.
Man, there's so many guys that fall into that category, Kevin. It's almost unfair to try to pull some names out, but you look at the way they play, guys like Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, LeBron James. I think Kevin Durant is much that way. He gives great effort and energy to his craft. Steph Curry is a little different, but still provides that and plays with such an exuberance and joy. You know, Marcus Smart is a guy who I think does all the little intangible things that just have a way of making a positive impact on his team. So I don't have enough time to give you the full list, but those are a few of the guys that come to mind.
Yeah, great examples. Barea kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Ilyasova. Fades back, and another basket for Dallas.
Up and in on every one of their first three shots to start the second half.
The Rockets trail. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it, and the wide open shot from Green. His three-pointers off the mark. Dallas has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
Harden against Hardaway. Harden kicks to Paul. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
No excuse for that kind of defense. I'm positive they're upset about that.
Bounce pass Barea. The three from Porzingis. That one doesn't go. And Houston the other way now. Green left side. Now the pass to Paul. Hardaway against Harden. To the middle. And the shot's good from Nene. Nene's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Passes to Barea. Outside Hardaway. Inside. Stolen by Nene. And it's Houston on the break. Harden, no good. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Barea against Paul. Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one drops for him. Ilyasova's got 39.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Barea. Barea's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. Trailing by 2. The shot by Nene, no good. The Mavericks have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And here's Ilyasova outside. The shot will not fall. So Houston will take it the other way. Green, the pass to Harden. To the paint, here's Nene. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Nene's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. And the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Rockets trail by 4.
You know, when I think of J.J. Barea, one of the words that comes to mind is fearless. I mean, he never hesitates to go right at big guys in the paint. Not afraid to force a tough pass through traffic. He's a very aggressive offensive player, and when you're as small as he is, sometimes that's the way you thrive. Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Hardaway finds Ilyasova. Over Green. Ilyasova can't hit. Rockets shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Outside, Green. Can they get it? That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Paul.
Nice aggressive move by Paul. You know, for a little guy, he knows exactly how to finish inside. Very good at making it happen against bigger players.
And the Mavericks call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh. Barea against Paul. Inside. The fader. Ilyasova hits the bucket. Ilyasova's got 43 points.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. E.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Green in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Mavericks trail by 6. Outside Hardaway. Kicks it to Ilyasova. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Capella, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Rockets.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks, and so he makes both from the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Barea looking for an opening. Taken away by Nene. And it's Paul penetrating. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint, here's Ilyasova, and he gets it to go. Ilyasova's got 47 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the shot's good from Nene.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Mavericks trail by 7. Barea kicks to Porzingis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Houston making a switch here. Fareed is checked in. That free throw good from Porzingis.
You know, for the Mavericks, protecting the rim has been an issue. Bottom of the league in block shots 3 years in a row now.
All up top, fires top of the key. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Kenneth Fareed. And talking about the Mavericks defense, they also had trouble stopping dribble penetration.
Well, not really athletic as a group, which was part of the problem in that area of the game, but extremely smart as a group. They knew what offenses were trying to do to stop them. And I think some of that is not just the IQ of the players, but the acumen of the coaching staff. Very sharp and shrewd in game plan design.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Rockets leading by 3. Paul with the ball. And Tucker has it in the corner. Green, the pass to Fareed. Can't hit from 12.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Barea finds Ilyasova. And yep, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Paul outside. Outside Gordon. Pass to Green. Rocket 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. For 3, Gordon, and it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a 1-point game. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Over Green. It's stolen by Green. And now here comes Gordon leading the break from the stripe. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Here's Ilyasova. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Eric Gordon-Clark, such a terrific tag team partner for Paul and Harden on the perimeter.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, he provides spacing with the deep range he has. Very efficient shot, not much wasted motion. He can attack closeouts off the dribble, and he gets to that basket and finishes aggressively. His strength very much at work when he does his damage.
There's the pass to Porzingis. To the inside, stolen by Tucker. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Gordon's running, feeds it to Green. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Hardaway, no good. Rockets leading by 3. Paul outside. He kicks it to Tucker. On the wing, Green. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's Gordon. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 16 points for Eric Gordon.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
Barea, no good. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Fareed, no good.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
Paul surveying the floor. Gordon kicks to Paul. The three-pointer, no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Takes it from 10. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's 10 points for Tim Hardaway. And for Houston, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Paul dishes to Tucker. Outside, Green. And Green slams it in.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Now, here's Doncic, guarded by Green. Here's Ilyasova, and another one falls.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Barea against Paul. Here's Tucker. Offline with his 3. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Paul against Barea. Paul passes to Gordon. Back to Paul. The dish to Tucker. Now the feed to Fareed. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon. Hardaway against Harden. Pass to Tucker. And here is Green. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Kicks it out to Harden. Another miss by Houston.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Berea finds Ilyasova. Over for Reed. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Harden against Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Love the ferocity. Heck, that's one of my favorite words, ferocity. Harden, excellent at accelerating and decelerating. That's the thing that makes him so tough. He can go fast, slow, or mid-range speed.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Berea kicks to Doncic. Berea against Paul. Back to Berea. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Berea's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. 1:35 left in the game. Hardaway against Harden. Paul, right side. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ilyasova. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on James Harden. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Here's Fareed, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you can tell Fareed wants to take these shots, enjoys coming through in huge spots.
Outside, Porzingis. On the wing, Hardaway. To the inside. Here's Ilyasova. Good, that's another bucket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Here's Harden. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Hardaway from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're down by 6. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Tucker. This one for 3. No good that time. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Here's the guy I'm looking for, AI.
Yo, what's up, man?
I got you lined up for an interview, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Perfect, good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Shaq. I got to give you credit. You're playing like an old school big man tonight, dominating on the glass, in the paint, communicating with your teammates. Talk about your approach heading into this game.
Well, Shaq, Coach is always telling us how important it is to battle on the glass. That's something that falls on the shoulders of big men on this team. You know, I just tried to come in with a hungry attitude, not give up on any single play, and that applies to both scoring and rebounding. I thought as a team we did a good job in both areas tonight.
Ernie Kinley, I love this kid.
Love you too, Shaq.
Here you go.